Hello, I am here at Juan Valdez, so there might be a lot of background noise, and I hope you can hear me well. My name is Jennifer Bertha. I'm one of the directors of CAPPA Latin America. We try to work and train doulas, lactation educators, prenatal and childbirth educators in all of the Spanish-speaking Latin American regions. So we have a very large area to cover, and we've been trying to improve practices by having more and more doulas in the area, and also childbirth educators, and empowering women to learn about birth and know what their rights are and what a birth really is like. So this year we did the CAPPA volunteer trip here in Ecuador, and Tanis Bundis and Katrina Fuller came and spent a whole week supporting women throughout their labor. They helped, I think, almost 40 women in a whole week, so it's incredible. The hospital has about 40 or 30 to 40 labor vaginal births per day, and quite as many cesareans, so there's about 80 to 90 births per day in this hospital in Ecuador. And so I want to encourage new people to come and have this experience. You will grow as a doula, grow as a person, as a human being, and also be able to learn about new doula experiences and birth practices in different places of the world. So Guayaquil is a beautiful, welcoming, warming city. And I hope some of you will take in the steps of Katrina and Tanis and come in the next time we plan this trip. As I said, it's really for new doulas, experienced doulas, or anybody that wants to really experience birth in a new way or different way, and help women that really, really need our support during labor. Most of the women that Katrina and Tanis helped are women that are in quietly laboring in a bed without a lot of movement and a lot of support. So it's very, very, I think, good for new doulas and old doulas to experience these new or different ways to labor.
Hola, my name is Dr. Katrina Fuller, and I am a perinatal educator, doula, and lactation consultant from Hobbs, New Mexico.
Hola, I am Tanis Bundy. I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I am a registered massage therapist, a postpartum doula, birth doula, childbirth educator, and lactation educator.
I've imagined myself volunteering as a doula for CAPPA Latino America since Jennifer and Priscilla asked a few years ago. Their story touched my heart, and I had a burning desire to help these mothers and babies like no other. And I made every excuse in the book for reasons why I couldn't go, like I didn't have the time or the money. But last year at CAPPA conference, I just became positively intent on making this dream a reality.
I was immediately drawn to the idea of volunteering in South America. I have volunteered for many years locally, but this was the first opportunity that really spoke to me, and I knew that with CAPPA Latin America that it would be a great learning opportunity, and was concerned about Zika and earthquakes, but the passion and the desire to help really outweighed the concerns.
Besides the obvious, the language barrier, my greatest challenge was becoming emotionally attached to these women in such a short amount of time. And after they give birth, they're taken to the recovery room, or if it's a cesarean, they're taken to cesarean hall and then to the recovery room. And then you just have to move on to the next woman because they need your help as well. And that was difficult.
I agree. The most difficult part for me was knowing that there were about 6 or 7 other women in that room that needed the care just as much as the 2 women that were immediately in front of me. And it was really hard to see them staring into your eyes in so much pain and needing so much help, and you could only do so much.
We only have 2 hands, but we have a lot of heart. One teen mother had leukemia, and I couldn't leave her side. She was holding my hand, and she was asking that I massage her inner thighs because they were cramping, and she was shaking. So from the moment she was wheeled in to the moment that she gave birth in the birth room, I was by her side. And I asked the staff if she could do immediate skin-to-skin instead of waiting until they get to the recovery room, and they allowed it. And she was able to do immediate skin-to-skin and kiss her baby before her baby was taken to the nursery, and she was taken to the recovery room, which was the last I saw her. I remember looking back at her, and she was looking at me, and she was smiling, and she said thank you. So that really touched my heart because I felt very protective of her, like she was my own daughter. And I wanted her to have the best experience possible because I knew there was a big chance that she may not be here in the future for her baby.
I would say that my fondest memory was of a young woman that I had worked with the evening before, and when we had gone in the next morning, she was still working really hard to birth and having a difficult time. And I decided to spend the day with her and work with her, and at one moment I thought she looked so beautiful, and I asked if I could take some photos, and she gave me permission, and I kept taking as many photos as I could, and it was absolutely lovely. And she birthed her daughter and was skin to skin immediately, and I was able to capture that and capture the moments of her daughter breastfeeding and sleeping with her skin to skin. And I sent those photos to her, and she sent a text back saying that she loved them and she thought they looked beautiful, and I was really touched that she was very happy that the birth experience was captured.
And don't forget about the socks. Tanis brought socks from Canada, and I think if we continue doing international volunteer trips for CAPPA, that CAPPA should have CAPPA baby socks for us to give away
Great
to
idea.
these mothers. I've learned so much in my short time here. We've experienced many different types of births, from uncomplicated to high risk, and despite some of the minor cultural differences and the language barrier, I've learned that birth truly is a universal language. Women need other women to provide them with evidence-based information and emotional and physical support during labor, and as a doula, I feel more confident in my role to do so.
Absolutely. As a doula, I feel like this absolutely solidifies my role to nurture and to support and to hold space for my laboring mama, and to make sure that they have the best birth outcome possible. And I believe that it is an unspoken language, that love and that support and that nurturing that you can provide.
Sí. Adiós.
Adios.